Good morning, I'm Jeff. I'm a Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 657 5th Street here in Lake Oswego. It's a duplex. I'm calling this the rear or the alley side of the house here. The front doors and everything are out front facing out to 5th Street. So anyway, just outside the sliding glass door here at the rear of the house where the driveway area is at, we have a 3-inch ABS cleanout as our point of access. And this is servicing both the units. All the water that's running through here right now is currently running from the furthest unit from this cleanout. We verified that it has one line that's servicing both of them. We're going to check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Here we go. It transitions here over to 4-inch 3034 PVC pipe. I think the pipe, this 3-inch, necked out to 4-inch there just a moment ago. That's a pretty flush transition there. So. At the end here, we're going to drain the line out. I'll try and scope as far back underneath the slab as I can go. Depending on how many twists and turns there are, we may be able to get to the very end, we might not. Here at 31 feet, it transitions over to 6-inch concrete. And here at 42 feet, we have reached the main lateral connection. I'm going to do locates just to verify where the line terminates at. I've got to pull it back here just a little bit where the camera straightens out. And then we'll let the pipe drain out completely before reeling back. Alright, located the camera head out the rear alleyway. The direction that line goes. We're going to go ahead and start reeling back here. The line is all drained out. I'm very pleased with how this concrete pipe looks. This is usually the first type of pipe that wears out. We need to check this one little strandy looking thing here though. That wasn't visible when water was running. Yeah, I don't see, you can see that kind of strandy looking item there in the flow line. Not to be too specific here, but what that looks like is a tampon that got stuck in the line. It's very common to hang up in concrete. The reason I think that is I don't see a root protruding out from a joint. You just have a strand of something kind of sitting right in the middle of the pipe without a point of entry into the line. So it just looks like a feminine hygiene product there that got hung up, and that's pretty much what they always look like. They cause stuff to hang up on them because they have about a 10-inch long string there all said and done that hangs up on stuff. So. And all that stuff at the top of the pipe there is just cobwebs. We're just about back to the clean out here. We're going to reverse direction and again scope as far back into the slab as we can go. All the pipe though from the clean out to the main lateral is in good condition, has great flow, and is functioning properly at this time. Alright, we're now going back into the home here. Now we're going to turn some water on here. The camera lens was getting too gunked up. We'll let it drain out here in a moment once we get far back in here. And that right there, let's see, go around this corner here. Yeah, that's as far as the camera's going to go there. I'll go locate, see how far we made it. I located the camera head successfully all the way back into the. It's the unit that's closest to 5th, at the front of the house. So it's the furthest unit from this point here. We made it almost all the way to the wall that separates the living room from the kitchen area. So we're all the way into the middle of the house there. There's likely very little pipe left after this. Alrighty, all the water's now drained out of the line here. It looks like we do have a belly here in the line. You can see how before and after that belly we're getting debris build up in it. We've got about consistently an inch of standing water across that section of the pipe there. And we're going to push back out here to the end of it. Now, it looks like from the direction we're going here, it ends at 44 feet. You can see how much junk is collecting here in the flow line because of that. It's a spot that, it's one of those spots that you can live with, but it makes the line much, much more likely that it's going to get a clog in it. You can see all the junk that's collecting in the flow line there, and then someone accidentally puts a wad of toilet paper down the line or a paper towel, and it really sticks hard in these kinds of spots. So I do recommend it be corrected. At the least, I would recommend the line be jetted to clean that junk out of there. Alright, I'm having difficulty locating this. It looks like it's underneath the stairs, kind of between where the stairs tie into the... There's a water heater down underneath the underside of the staircase in that far unit, or the front unit, I guess. Well, anyway, I'm going to pull back here. I'll try and locate the beginning of it. If you end up doing a repair on it, you'll probably have to have locates redone there. It's kind of a tricky spot to locate. It looks like depending on the part of the belly you're in here, got anywhere from a ½ inch to an inch of water. Which in terms of bellies, I would rate this like a 4 out of 10, maybe a 5. It's something that can be lived with, but if you're not careful as to what you're putting down the line, a belly like this can become a fairly large issue. As long as you're just putting paper, just fold the toilet paper down the line and a reasonable amount of food down the disposal, avoiding grease and fats and stuff, the line's probably going to function
quite nicely. But it's when anything starts going down there that shouldn't go down there, the belly will start clogging up quite easily. Alright, I've moved the camera around here about 5 different locations to try and pick this thing up. I can get a signal and know the rough location of it, but every time I go to locate, it's either underneath a wall or somewhere where I just cannot get a proper locate done. So anyway, from 37 feet to 44 feet there, I do recommend correcting the line. If a repair isn't done, then I recommend doing a Hydrojet to clean the line out, and then a rescope about a year later just to keep an eye on it and see what it's looking like. Looks like we've got some water coming down the line here. That was the spot I was concerned about there. All the rest of that pipe I was able to see on the way out there had no standing water issues. Yeah, if you do a repair on that, though, you'll have to have someone come in with probably like a smaller crawl space wand. I've got a larger wand that's generally used for the exterior of the home, so it's anyway, kind of a tricky spot to locate. Aside from that belly, though, the rest of the line is in good condition and has good flow and is functioning properly at this time. And the line is currently functioning. It's not functioning properly or as it should due to that belly and some of the debris that's in the line, but we don't have any clogs or anything, so it's still functioning. And probably will unless you put something down there. And that's where it's hard, is everyone tries to put just toilet paper down the line. It's one of those things that often paper towels and things get put down there that shouldn't go down there, and they end up clogging up. So recommend that get fixed.